Okay, I'm going to have Shabbos Rabbi. We're continuing in Hilchos Kriya Shema, Siman Ayin Tes, Sif Daled. You can't go into Shabbos without knowing about Tzayas Kelev. How could you possibly go into Shabbos without knowing these halachas? It's going to be nice weather, you're going to be walking outside. What else do you do when you walk outside? You think and learning. So the most Nagea Shaila for this coming beautiful Shabbos, Parshas Kedoshim, Haftorah, that we haven't had in 27 years, and we're not going to have it in quite a while. A Haftorah that in the 17th century we went 44 years without listening to it. So you need to know what to think about when you're walking in the street. Tzayas kelev v'chazir, the tzaya of a dog or a pig. Im nasan bahem oyros, if they put hides in it, marchikim mehem k'may mitzayas adam, you distance yourself like from tzaya of an adam. I could still smell, not remember, I could still smell when I was in Fez at the tannery. The odor of the tannery is the strongest odor that is conceivable to mankind. So if you put hides in it, then it has a din of tzayas adam. But if it's stam tzayas kelev, and the guy stam a criminal for not cleaning up after his dog, and he should be locked up, still it does not have a din of tzayas adam. V'imlav dinam k'tzayas shar behema chayv oif. It's like of any other animals, wild animals or birds. She'ein tzarich laharchik mehem. That's very relevant to me. If I can, I like to walk every day, and my route is I walk up Branch Boulevard. I can't give more information, but I end up in a park, and in the park there are a lot of goose, and the goose, there are droppings along most of the road. But if I want to learn while I'm walking, it's not a problem. It does not have a din of tzayas, of tzaya. Kedin tzayas shar b'hem achayv oiv she'en tzarich lachem mehem. Im ein b'hem reach ra, as long as it doesn't smell. It doesn't smell. There's no smell. Ve'im yesh b'hem reach ra, if they smell, dinam k'tzayas adam. So bottom line is, right, this is the question everybody wants to know. The tzaya of a kelev, if you put oyros, then it has tzayas adam. Otherwise, it's like shar b'hem achayv oiv, as long as it doesn't smell. Now it's interesting. When it's on the street, it doesn't smell. Once you step in it, and if you step in it, then and chas v'shalom you bring it into the house, then other people are going to smell it. So maybe that activates it. Let's see what the Mishna Berura says. If you know that it smells, you don't have to check. You don't have to check. Now, what is a reach ra? Says the Mishnah Berura. It bothers people. Now, we mentioned before a tatran. Anybody know what a tatran is? Taf reish nun. Any Israelis? Someone who has an illness that they can't smell. A tatran. The Shulchan Aruch said earlier that you have to go to someone who could smell. What if you have very strong smell? And you smell soya much further than most people. The Karen LaDavid says you have to just go arba amos from where the smell stops. For you. Because the Maisa for you, it is not machanecha kadosh. Okay, kasav chaya adam. Davar shetivei reach ra, something that naturally smells bad. Could go in itchran, petrol, v'chadayim mutter, v'loy nikrat soya. It's not called soya. If it smells bad naturally, then it's not soya. Avomash nisrach machmas iposh, something that smells because it's decomposing. Elamash nisrach machmas iposh, only something that smells because it's decomposing. Now, what about sweat? The Beis Baruch says you could be mekel. So if let's say a guy's sitting next to you, he hasn't showered in years. There are people like that. They're not like regular civilized people that shower once a month. They haven't showered in years. Yeah? So it's not considered a reach ra. You could daven next to them. What about someone who has bad breath? Says Reb Chaim Vital, you don't have to distance yourself for Dvarim Shabbat Now, you may have to anyway, because, it might, but halachically you don't have to. However, the Afike Maginim and the Shulchan Malachim, if it says no, if somebody has bad breath, you have to be marchik like Tzoah. Okay. What about if you're near a butcher shop and the smell is like decomposed meat? So in Siman Reish Chav Zayin, you should not make a bracha there. What about a wine cellar where there's a bad smell from decomposition? In Siman Pevav, he brings out, Rabbi holds, you can't say Shema there. Okay, that's a discussion. Weiter. V'chein kasav b'sefer mincha shval sif katan chav daled. If they have a bad odor, then they're like tzayas adam. Right? So you have to go 4 amos away from where the smell stops from behind you. Umelafanav kimloi einav. So that's very interesting. If the dog tzaya does not smell, there's no isser even of kimloi einav. It could be in your daled amos. Ve'efsher afilu pasuk reich achar kach. It could be even if the smell stopped, once it had a smell, it has a din of tzayas adam, va'aser k'may b'tzayas adam, and now it's also like tzayas adam. Al-Magen Avram chalek al kol zeh upasak destam tzayas behema chay va'oif levad me'elo ha'idum shereichan ra ma'od k'laman afilu miyesham reich ra be'es ha'yetzia ein ha'reich ra chazuk kakach v'darka livsaik al kein ein dinam k'tzaya. The Magen Avram is that the Mechaber holds that if tzayas kelev smells, it's a problem. As is are all tzayas behema chayva if they smell. The Magen Avram says no. You may think they smell. Even if they smell a little bit when they come out, it's not such a strong smell. It does not have a din of tzaya, and you only have to distance as far as you can't smell it. And that's how the Magen Gebarim passes. Uvedar chachayim sarva du safik ladina al kein b'kriyas shema im kar b'tech dad amos chayz v'koyrei uvetfila yachsar v'yispalel. By shema, you say it again. By tefillah, you daven again. But v'yasna, you make a t'nai im yatzah shetehelen dava ein sham v'liner de'in lachmer klal enyan tefillah. The Mishnah says his opinion is you don't have to be machmer for tefillah. The harbi achram servim ka Magen Avram, that lamaisa it does not have a din of tzaya even if it smells coming out. The bottom line is the tzaya of a dog, I don't think generally smells, and one does not have to worry about saying or thinking even Dvarim Shabbat in its presence. And we'll do Sifhei. Tzayas chamar haraka lachash ba me'aderach. The tzoah of a donkey, which is soft after it came back from a trip. The tzayas chasol, or the tzoah of a cat, unamiya. What's a namiya?
A weasel?
Maybe. Unavel. Is that what it is? Look it up. Unamiya, unavela. And a carcass, masrachas dinam g'tzayas adam, has a din of human feces. So this is interesting. Of a donkey or a cat. Now you usually won't see a cat's tzaya lying around. They're usually pretty clean about themselves. But it smells. As in of tzayas adam. Ha'hoilech badarach. Someone who's going on the road. Afal pi sharoy tzayas behem kenegdai. Even if you see tzaya off in the horizon, if you don't smell it, you don't have to worry, maybe it's not from a dog, maybe it's from a donkey. If it's near the city, you should be concerned. Now I want to point something out. What about horse? The horse tzaya smells. Yeah, I mean, even though the Mechaber did not make a separate category here, I don't know, maybe their horses were different. Our horses, it smells. So if you're behind a police, horse, and they have stuff on the ground, that's definitely a problem. That's what I would say. Maybe they're concluded in chamar. Tzayas chamar says Mishabur v'hani mistaman reichan ra. They mistama smell bad. If let's say you give it the smell test, it doesn't smell so bad. It's still aser. The havli kitzayas adam. Halacha. Do we talk about of a horse anywhere? I don't see. I'm not sure why. Did they not have horses? Rabbi Isai, it's been real. Have a wonderful Shabbos. And we'll see you Monday. Be'ez Hashem will continue in Siman Ayin Tes Sif Vav. Look up about horses. Good Shabbos, everyone. Have a safe trip. Kol Tov. Kol Tov. Yeah.
Literally put down